Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we're talking about one of our favorite subjects, food.
That's right, and on this occasion, we are going to talk about Chinese food, specifically stir-fry.
Okay, this is a common dish in America and all over the world, thanks to the many Cantonese people who came over from Hong Kong or southern China and brought these delicious foods to our cities. So this is a very popular dish you'll be learning more about. So let's jump right in and listen to today's dialogue. And don't be worried if you don't understand everything. We'll be back in a moment.
Oh man, I had the best supper last night. My wife made a stir-fry and it was amazing.
I love stir-fry. Crispy bite-sized vegetables covered in a mixture of soy sauce and oyster sauce. Wilted greens and fresh bean sprouts. Throw in some onion and garlic and ginger. It's almost lunchtime. I would die for a plate of stir-fry right now.
Well, you can keep the vegetables. I'll take the meat. The stir-fry my wife made was really hearty, with chunks of beef and slivers of bell peppers and onion.
What? You call that a stir-fry? More meat than vegetables? That's the worst insult you could throw at a Chinese stir-fry. What a disgrace to the wok she fried it in. What you had is equivalent to a fajita without the wrap.
Alright, we're back, so you probably heard a lot of different vegetables and ingredients in this dish, so why don't we take a look at some of those now in Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
The first two phrases that we have, actually, they're not words, they're phrases, are the names of sauces that are very, very important to Chinese food. The first one is soy sauce.
Okay, soy sauce, and it's this black sauce, right? And it's
Very
made
salty.
Very salty, and it's made from
Soybeans.
soybeans. Okay.
Soy. So soy is a bean, a vegetable product, but soy sauce is a thin, black, salty sauce.
Okay, and it's very, very common to use it with Chinese dishes especially. It's very related. You usually have sushi with soy sauce.
Exactly. So Japanese food use a lot of this too.
All right, and the other sauce that's not very common in our countries is oyster sauce.
Okay, an oyster is an animal that lives in the sea. It lives in a shell, and we often eat oysters as a dish. But oyster sauce is stinky, thick, dark sauce that is very popular in Southeast Asian, so Vietnamese food as well, and Chinese food.
Okay. So it's part of the ingredients of Chinese food. It's really good. It smells terrible,
It's
but
stinky.
But when you mix it with food and you cook it, it adds a very, very good flavor.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's the sauces. Now, apart from sauces, we have some vegetables, and some of those are bean sprouts.
Bean sprouts are very common vegetables, especially in Asian food. So you see a lot of these. They're usually almost white, almost clear, and they're crunchy. And they have a little green part at the end.
Right, so they're like little straws with a little green point at the end.
So usually those go into your dish at the very end because they cook quickly. Bean sprouts.
Okay. Now, if you're cooking stir-fry, what you need is the correct tools. And the main tool that you need is a wok.
That's right. So a wok is actually a word that we take from, I think, Cantonese. I'm not positive. I don't speak Cantonese. But in English, we normally say frying pan.
Okay.
But this is a special Asian frying pan that's very, very large and very thin. So foods cook quickly in a wok.
Okay, and it's not like the other pans where it has a big flat part. It's very, very round all over.
That's right. It's almost like a bowl that sits on your stove and you cook quickly in a wok.
All right, so that's a wok. And, well, the guy compared his stir-fry to a fajita. Now, fajita, that's not Chinese.
And it's not English.
Okay.
Well, it is English now. It's actually the name of a food from Latin America. So South America and Mexico and Central America. I think more Mexican than anything. And it's like slivers of meat, so thin strips of meat and vegetables that you eat in a tortilla bread almost. The tortilla is very, very thin corn or flour pancake.
Yeah, so that's a fajita. It's kind of, you've probably seen it, a fajita or maybe what's commonly known as well as a burrito, which actually is also an American invention. I don't think that exists in Mexico.
No, but they are delicious. I think the word is Tex-Mex.
Yeah,
Texas
Tex-Mex.
Mexican, so Tex-Mex.
All right. So that's what we have for you on Language Takeaway. Why don't we go back to our dialogue, listen to it again, and we'll be back shortly. Oh man, I had the best supper last night. My wife made a stir fry and it was amazing.
I love stir fry. Crispy bite-sized vegetables covered in a mixture of soy sauce and oyster sauce. Wilted greens and fresh bean sprouts. Throw in some onion and garlic and ginger. It's almost lunchtime. I would die for a plate of stir fry right now.
Well, you can keep the vegetables. I'll take the meat. The stir fry my wife made was really hearty, with chunks of beef and slivers of bell peppers and onion.
What? You call that a stir fry? More meat than vegetables? That's the worst insult you could throw at a Chinese stir fry. What a disgrace to the wok she fried it in. What you had is equivalent to a fajita without the wrap.
All right, we're back. So now I think we should take a look at some of those phrases that were used in this dialogue in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
The first phrase we have in Fluency Builder is a phrase that you will hear very often when you watch cooking shows. So this is a term we say throw in, to throw in.
Okay, so throw in some vegetables or throw in some onion and garlic, and that means to just put it into the pan, put it into the pot.
That's right, but it's very general or casual or easy. You just add some. If we want to be specific, we can say, please add 1 cup chopped onion. Okay? 1 cup of chopped onion. But here's throw in just means add casually.
Okay, add some onion. So we throw in all of these ingredients and it sounds so delicious that the guy says, I would die for a plate of stir fry right about now.
So that means he wants some stir fry. I would die for is a good thing. It's a way to say I really want something.
It's an exaggeration. It's not like you would actually die for it or you are dying to eat it. It's just that it's an exaggeration means that you really, really want it.
I would die for a new car. My car is old and it never really works.
All right, so you really want a new car. Okay. And, well, the guy obviously didn't really like what he was talking about and how he cooked this stir fry. And he said, what a disgrace to the wok she fried it in.
Okay, this is a way to say that something is bad. It's embarrassing. So we can say that this food is a disgrace to Chinese food because Chinese food is one way, but this doesn't even look like Chinese food.
So a disgrace. So the word disgrace, it means that something is bad.
Or embarrassing to something
Embarrassing.
else. So a parent can say, you're a disgrace to this family. That means this family has a good reputation. But what you did, what you do, these are bad things. They make us look bad.
They're embarrassing.
They're embarrassing to us.
Okay.
So it's a very strong phrase. This is a disgrace.
Okay. A disgrace. Very good. A strong phrase, and you can use it if you ever want to talk about someone or something in this way. But remember, it is pretty strong, right?
Very.
If you say somebody's a disgrace, it's pretty insulting.
It's hurtful.
Okay. So why don't we listen to our dialogue for one last time, and we'll be back. Oh man, I had the best supper last night. My wife made a stir fry and it was amazing.
I love stir fry. Crispy bite-sized vegetables covered in a mixture of soy sauce and oyster sauce. Wilted greens and fresh bean sprouts. Throw in some onion and garlic and ginger. It's almost lunchtime. I would die for a plate of stir fry right now.
Well, you can keep the vegetables. I'll take the meat. The stir fry my wife made was really hearty, with chunks of beef and slivers of bell peppers and onion.
What? You call that a stir fry? More meat than vegetables? That's the worst insult you could throw at a Chinese stir fry. What a disgrace to the wok she fried it in. What you had is equivalent to a fajita without the wrap.
All right, so talking about Chinese food, there are a lot of American inventions around Chinese food as well, not only Mexican food. For example, it's very popular, this dish, chop suey.
That's right, chopped suey. And I think I read somewhere that chopped suey is actually might have been a Cantonese dish that came from all of the leftovers and kind of garbage in the kitchen where you would just fry it together and it was a cheap, easy meal. So chop suey.
Okay.
It's kind of like an English, it's like a pidgin English.
And well, this dish is basically that, right? It's just a lot of meat chunks mixed with some vegetables, and you have some chop suey.
Exactly.
And there are also this other thing that's very common. People think about fortune cookies. You think of Chinese restaurants and Chinese food, you think of fortune cookies.
That's right, but they don't have fortune cookies in China.
No, they
One of my
don't.
biggest disappointments. So fortune cookie is a small cookie with a
Message inside.
So you have a piece of paper. So be careful when you're eating these. You don't want to eat the paper. But the paper sometimes says very strange things like, you will have a terrific number 7.
Right, or something like that. So that's why they're fortune cookies. They usually talk about your future or what's going to
Beware
happen.
of whales.
So, but that's also an American invention that doesn't exist in China. It doesn't really come from China, right?
Exactly.
All right.
You know, I was thinking about what to cook tonight, and one thing came to my mind, stir fry.
Oh, wow. Stir fry is one of my favorites. It's quick, it's tasty, and you can use almost anything you have in your fridge.
Exactly. And it's not just easy. It's also colorful and healthy. You can throw in some crunchy vegetables, a bit of meat if you want, and those amazing sauces.
Yes, especially soy sauce and oyster sauce. Those two are like the secret weapons in stir fry. Soy sauce gives it that salty, deep flavor. And oyster sauce, it smells strange at first, but when it's cooked, it makes everything taste so rich.
Totally. I used to think oyster sauce would taste like fish, but no, it just gives the dish a dark, thick, amazing flavor.
And don't forget the garlic and ginger. Oh, the smell when they hit the hot pan. That's the best part.
You're right. I also like to add some onion and bean sprouts. You know, those little white and green crunchy things.
Yes, bean sprouts. They cook super fast, so I usually throw them in at the end. They stay crispy and give the stir fry a nice texture.
Speaking of texture, what kind of vegetables do you use?
Bell peppers. Red, yellow, green, I like all of them. They're sweet, they look nice, and they cook quickly.
Bell peppers are great. I sometimes add wilted greens too. You know, like spinach or bok choy.
Ah yes, bok choy is so good. A little bitter, but soft and tasty when cooked.
By the way, do you cook stir fry in a regular pan or in a wok?
A wok always. It's big, round, and it gets really hot. That's why stir fry is done so fast. The heat cooks everything quickly and keeps the vegetables crunchy.
I love using a wok too. It's almost like a bowl that sits on the stove. And the sound when you throw in the veggies, sizzling, popping, it makes me feel like a chef.
Yes. And you can cook for many people. Stir fry is great when friends come over. Everyone likes it.
Totally. And you can make it vegetarian or add chicken, beef, shrimp, whatever you like.
Actually, last week I made a stir fry with beef. I cut the meat into thin strips, added some bell peppers and onion. It was super hearty.
Wait, more meat than vegetables? That's not real stir fry. That sounds like a fajita without the tortilla.
Hey, don't insult my cooking. I like it that way.
Haha, I'm just kidding. But honestly, Chinese stir fry is usually about the balance. Lots of vegetables, a bit of meat, and that tasty sauce.
You're right. I guess I made more of a mix between stir fry and something else. But still, it tasted amazing.
Fair enough. Food is about enjoying it after all.
You know, now that we're talking about it, I think stir fry is one of the best ways to learn how to cook.
Yeah, that's true. You don't need to follow an exact recipe. You just throw in what you like and cook it fast.
Exactly. And even the word throw in is something people say a lot in English when cooking. It just means to add something casually.
Right. Like throw in some onions or throw in some garlic. It's not exact, but it's very useful when you're talking about cooking.
And it makes cooking sound easy and fun. You don't have to say, add 1 teaspoon of garlic. Just say, throw in some garlic.
I like that. English has a lot of these easy phrases, and I feel like cooking is a great way to practice them.
Oh yeah, and food words are some of the first words people learn when they study English. Like chop, slice, mix, and fry.
Speaking of fry, stir fry is different from deep fry, right? Some people get confused.
Yes, good point. Deep fry means you cook food in a lot of hot oil, like fried chicken or French fries.
And stir fry means you cook food quickly in just a little oil. You stir it while it's cooking. That's why it's called stir fry.
Exactly. You stir and you fry at the same time. And usually, the heat is very high, so you need to keep stirring or the food will burn.
That's why a wok is so helpful. The shape lets you move the food around quickly.
And it cooks everything fast. That's great when you're in a hurry. I can make a stir fry in like 15 minutes.
Same here. It's perfect for weeknight dinners. You get home, open the fridge, and ask, what can I throw in the wok today?
Ah, yes. Last time, I had only carrots, cabbage, and a little leftover chicken. I made a simple stir fry, and it turned out great.
I love meals like that. No waste, just good food. And honestly, stir fry is also cheap. Vegetables are not expensive, and a small amount of meat is enough.
Plus, you can make it different every time. Use tofu instead of meat. Or add some chili if you like it spicy.
Oh, spicy stir fry is the best. A little fresh chili, some garlic, and ginger. It really wakes up the taste.
And you can eat it with rice or noodles. I usually go with rice, but sometimes I like egg noodles too.
Rice is more traditional, but noodles make it feel like a street food dish, like the kind you eat at night markets.
Exactly. And let's not forget, the smell is incredible. The whole kitchen smells like something special is cooking.
And that's the moment when your family or roommates come in and say, what are you making?
Ah, yes. And they always want a bite, even if they said they weren't hungry.
That's the magic of stir fry. It brings people together.
You know what's funny? Some people think stir fry is only Chinese food. But actually, many countries in Asia have their own version.
That's true. In Thailand, they make spicy stir fries with basil and chili. In Japan, they use ingredients like teriyaki sauce or sesame oil.
And in Vietnam, they often use fish sauce and fresh herbs. It's still stir fry, but the flavor is different in every place.
That's what I love about cooking. It's like traveling. You stay in your kitchen, but you taste food from around the world.
Exactly. And even here, in America or Europe, people have changed stir fry a little. Sometimes they use local vegetables or add their own twist.
Like broccoli. It's not really used in traditional Chinese stir fry, but people love it.
True. And people add mushrooms, zucchini, even corn sometimes. It still works.
And it's okay to mix cultures in food. You can try new things. Just make sure the taste is good.
Right. But I do think there should be a balance. A good stir fry isn't just meat or just vegetables. It's both with sauce, spices, and texture.
Speaking of texture, do you ever add nuts? Like cashews or peanuts?
Yes, cashew chicken stir fry is amazing. The nuts add crunch and a little sweetness.
It's delicious. And healthy too. Nuts give you good fat and protein.
I think stir fry is one of the best ways to eat healthy. Lots of vegetables, not too much oil, and you control the salt and sugar.
Yes, and when you cook at home, you know what goes into your food. No hidden stuff.
Also, cooking at home can help with learning English. You read recipes, follow instructions, and learn new words.
Totally. I remember when I was learning English, I used to watch cooking shows. I learned words like chop, slice, saute, and of course stir fry.
Same here. And they always said things like now, throw in the onions, or let it simmer. It helped me understand casual speech.
And food words stay in your mind because they're connected to smell and taste. You don't forget them easily.
That's so true. Like, I still remember the first time I heard the word wok. I thought it was just a normal pan.
Yeah, I used to call it a big bowl pan. But it really is different. The shape, the material, it's made for high heat.
And it looks cool too. When you see a chef cooking with a wok, throwing the food in the air, it's like a show.
How yes. I tried to flip my stir fry like that once. It landed on the floor.
Oh no, at least your floor got a taste of it.
Yeah, I think the dog enjoyed it more than I did that night.
You know what else I like about stir fry? It's a good dish to cook with someone else.
Yes, like a partner or a friend. One person can chop the vegetables and the other can stir and fry.
Exactly. And you talk while you cook. It's a social thing.
Totally. It's more than just food. It becomes a memory.
Also, if you're learning English, talking while cooking is great practice. You say things like, pass me the soy sauce, or can you chop the carrots?
That's true. It's real conversation. And it's not scary like speaking in class or in a test.
Yes, it's relaxed. And the best part? You get to eat when you're done.
Haha, reward for your English practice.
By the way, do you usually prepare everything first before you cook?
Yes, always. I chop everything and put them in little bowls. That way, I'm not rushing when the wok is hot.
That's a smart way, because once the heat is on, things move fast.
Exactly. Stir fry is not the kind of food where you can stop and think.
That's why I love it. It's like a dance, chop, throw in, stir taste.
Haha, yes. And when you get better, it feels natural. You don't even look at the clock.
And you don't need to follow a strict recipe. You learn what works together.
Like garlic and ginger, or soy sauce and sesame oil.
And don't forget that you can always try new ingredients. I once added pineapple to a chicken stir fry.
Oh wow, that sounds good. Sweet and salty at the same time.
It was. Some people didn't like it, but I did. And that's the fun part, making it your own.
Totally agree. Cooking should be about trying, tasting, and having fun.
Also, I learned one cool trick. If you want your vegetables to stay colorful and crunchy, cook them just a little.
Yes, that's called quick cooking or flash cooking. It keeps the vitamins in the food too.
And it looks better. When you see green beans still green and carrots still bright orange, you want to eat them more.
That's true. Food should look good, smell good, and taste good.
Exactly. That's the beauty of stir fry. It's fast, fun, and full of flavor.
Now I'm really hungry. I think I'm going to make a stir fry tonight.
You know, we've talked about stir fry for a while now, and I still feel excited about it. It's one of those dishes that never gets boring.
Absolutely. Every time you make it, it can be a little different. New ingredients, new flavors, but always the same fast, fun way of cooking.
And the best part is, you don't need to be a professional chef. Anyone can make stir fry, even beginners.
That's so true. If you're just learning to cook, or just learning English, stir fry is a perfect start.
Because while you're cooking, you also learn useful words like slice, chop, stir, and throw in. You use your language in a real way.
And if you cook with a friend, you can practice speaking too. Ask for ingredients, describe what you're doing. It's fun and helpful.
Plus, the food is healthy. You eat more vegetables, less oil, and you can control how much salt or sugar you use.
And let's not forget the sauces, soy sauce, oyster sauce, maybe a little sesame oil or chili paste. They give stir fry that special taste.
And we talked about tools too, like the wok. It's round, big, and perfect for this kind of fast cooking.
Yes, and even if you don't have a wok, you can still make a good stir fry with a normal frying pan. Just keep the heat high and stir often.
We also mentioned fun things, like how stir fry is great for using leftovers, and even mixing sweet and salty flavors like adding pineapple.
Right. There are no strict rules. You can be creative, use what you have, and make it your own dish.
And that's what makes stir fry so special. It's not just food, it's learning, it's sharing, and it's something you can enjoy again and again.
So whether you're learning English, learning to cook, or just hungry, stir fry is a great place to start.
Exactly. Simple, fast, full of flavor, and perfect for everyone.
Thanks for joining this conversation. I hope it gave you some ideas and maybe a little hunger too.
Yes. Now go grab your vegetables, heat up that wok, and enjoy your stir fry. See you next time.